Alright, it is Wednesday, April 15th for you guys for science here. And so what we're going to do today is just continue the lesson on. And so we were dealing with crustaceans. And so if you look on page 370 with me, I need you to read page 371-ish to 376. And so make sure you have that read so when I'm hitting the high points, you can basically follow along and just get the gist of it after I've already read it. Alright, so finishing off, I left off on page bottom of 370 with y'all with quaint crustaceans. So shrimp lookalikes. So amphipods are distinguished by having 7 pairs of legs, with the first 4 pairs pointing forward and the last 3 pairs pointing backwards. The characteristic gave this group its name, which means both legs, and their front legs are used for walking and their back legs for swimming. An example of this is the sand flea, which uses its hind legs for jumping as well. Many of these resemble shrimp. One group is even called freshwater shrimp, but because they are not decapods, amphipods are not true shrimp. So one-eyed wonders, skipping down, is the copepods, which are found as plankton in both marine and freshwater environments, and they're very small. They must grow to no more than 5 millimeters. So that gives you that. Skipping on down a little bit to page 371, the right side talks about branchiopods. They are a group of small crustaceans with shortened antennae and leaf-like legs. Some branchiopods use their legs for swimming, and most use them for feeding. As their name implies, they breathe with their gills located on the flattened extensions of their legs. Most live in freshwater, but some inhabit marine environments. Marine water fleas, water fleas are most numerous animals found in freshwater plankton. Many water fleas, including those in the genus Delphinia, feed on bacteria and algae, and the carapace of a water flea is transparent, allowing easy observation of the operating internal organs. Brine shrimp, they inhabit water that is so salty, in fact, it protects the tiny crustacean from many potential predators that cannot survive in concentrated water. Contrary to its name, the brine shrimp is not a true shrimp. It's not a shrimp at all. Stationary shells on page 372. The best known cirripedes are barnacles. A barnacle larva is free swimming. As it prepares to transition to an adult, it permanently attaches itself head first to a rock, pier, or seawall, ship, or other solid object. The 2 major groups of barnacles are divided based on how their shells attach. An acorn barnacle attaches its shell directly to the object, while a gooseneck barnacle shell is attached by a stalk. And so the hard calcium carbonate shell is secreted by the adult barnacle. The barnacle then spends the rest of its life using its legs to sweep water that contains food particles toward its mouth. And so that's for barnacles. Next, there is the Sea of Lights, which is the krill. A group of crustaceans that form a significant part of marine plankton is the krill. Although they closely resemble shrimp and other decapods, structurally krill differ from decapods in having more than 10 legs and no maxillipeds. Because they are bioluminescent, krill were given the order name Epiphysia, meaning shining bright. The body of a krill is generally translucent, with many scattered patches of red or reddish brown. Krill are especially abundant in Antarctic plankton, where, because of their large numbers, they often cause the water to appear brick red. Page 373 is the roly-poly crustaceans. Although most crustaceans are saltwater creatures, some live in the freshwater and a few are terrestrial, meaning on land. Wood lice, also called pillbugs, sobugs, are the only terrestrial crustacean. All the legs of a wood louse are similar characteristic that is common among isopods. Although commonly mistaken for insects, wood lice may have more than 6 legs. Like other isopods, they breathe with gills and must therefore live in damp places. So there's that. They give you a science investigation there you can read through. I'm not going to spend really any time on that. You can read through it and kind of understand how the investigation works. And so that pretty much ends us up. And so the important thing there is just make sure we hit those definitions really well. And that you can finish out the questions here. So the questions are 1 through 12 needs to be done on page 376. So 1 through 12 on 376 needs to be done as of today. And then we'll start section 2 tomorrow. So I hope you'll have a good day and we'll see you tomorrow.